We have Brianna McEnroe here, and boy, does she have a bucket list for you.
We're talking all things Memorial Day weekend.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Long Island Tea Podcast, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Sharon, and I am joined here with one of my very good friends this week, Brianna McEnroe.
Hello.
How you doing?
How you doing?
You doing good?
I'm good. It's almost Memorial Day weekend.
We're excited,
even though it's freezing right now.
Yeah, we're like
rain.
both shivering.
Yeah.
It's like normally the studio is like super hot, and it's
we can't win here.
Can't win.
But I wore my white for the Hamptons.
I know
to
we're
channel
talking
the energy.
all about the Hamptons this week. I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to have you because you are a longstanding employee here at Discover Long Island, and recently just was promoted to Vice President of Brand and Innovation for all of your hard work that you've been doing here during your tenure. And it just seems so fitting to give you that title because you were a huge collaborator in a lot of what we do as an organization with our branding. And you are the star of previously known as LITV. Now it's the
News12 East End show.
East End.
Yes.
So let's talk about it. I'm really excited.
Yes, so excited. So I can't believe I've been here 6 years.
I can't believe that either.
That's insane.
You were hired when I was on maternity leave with my youngest, Everly. And
Yep.
I remember when I came back, I was like, who is this doll face? I loved you immediately. And it's just been an incredible ride for you.
It really has. It's been crazy. It feels like yesterday, but at the same time, so much has happened over the past 6 years, but I feel like it just flew by. I feel like I've worked in every department.
Yeah.
I started in a partnership and just kind of filled in the gaps after that. I did a lot of the trade shows and setting up the activations for Lily and stuff. So, and then it was natural for me to go to social media because I was like, I love this. This is something I'm passionate about. And there was the opportunity, so I took it. And, I'm still involved in the social media and everything. But I remember talking to you and Kristen in like December. And I was just like, I feel like I'm evolving and I want to help in different departments, but I don't want to like step on toes of the other directors and stuff. So I really love the place that I'm at right now with my new title and everything, just because I get to work with everyone instead of just, my social media team and really just like fill in the gaps of where we can do better. Yeah. I'm like so excited. It's like so geeky, but I made this form for the social media preference sheets. Nobody cares, but
no, that was like, it's a lot of hard work that goes behind it. And I think, we do a really good job, and we say it all the time, that we do such a good job at making this job look fun, but it's really hard work. A lot of it. I mean, a lot of the social media that you have developed during your career here has really taken off, and it's been a huge instrumental part of our marketing efforts. It's just amazing.
Yeah, that's like the number one thing everyone says is like, oh, I think I follow you guys. So that's always, a good compliment to hear. It's very nice. But with this new role, I really love it. And, I love finding new ways that we can be better, in every department. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes, but I think we could do this better.
As an organization, we were always striving to be the best. And we constantly want to be trendsetters, as something that we've always felt the need to be number one at. And I think you were a huge part of that during the past few years, especially when we brought on Lily and you created her. You were a huge part of that in her development and design and things like that. For hot teas that don't know, Lily is our mobile visitor center. It's a ice cream truck converted. We had a social media contest to name her, and it's Lily, Lili, for Long Island. And I think that was just a huge accomplishment for our organization when that was developed. And then we used the mobile visitor center to do activations, like you said, at major events like the marathons or the air shows and things like that. And it's, people recognize it wherever they go. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a billboard on wheels, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I love it. So we still have that going. We just did the Babylon Kite Festival, which was awesome. And then Lily won't be at Jones Beach Air Show, but we will.
Yes, come visit us.
Yes.
I think with your new title, and like you said, you don't want to step on toes. I think it was just you were a big part of our innovation throughout your time here, and I think that really showed your magic and your excitement for this destination, especially. And I think, with your background in tourism, even before coming here, you worked for Rochester. And I think that really led to your career spike here. And especially with our marketing efforts and things, like I said, we want to be number one. And I think you being out there in the social media world, getting content, getting to, collaborate with our partners and other influencers and things like that, it helped bring your ideas to life.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was doing that on my own, going out places, taking videos and pictures. That's just something that I've always done. Even my friends say, like, back in the day, I was always the one with the digital camera.
And you brought it back.
I brought it back. I got a good one now, Canon G7X. But yeah, so I've been doing this my whole life, and it's just like, it's so cheesy and corny, but I'm just doing what I love. And even my childhood friend who I haven't talked to in like years, she saw, the News 12 segments on the East End show, and she was like, I can't believe that you're doing like exactly what like you wanted to do when we were like 10 years old. Like I had my mom's tape recorder.
I love it.
And I would like make people do videos and stuff. And yeah, so it's seriously like not even a job for me.
Funny you mentioned that. It's literally recently my sister just had all of our home videos when we were children converted to digital files, and she's been sending clips of different ones here and there, and she sent me one recently. I think I'm either 5 or 6 years old we had this like bar type thing in my house where my parents loved to entertain all the time, and we had so many kids in our house, so we had this like area, it was like set aside, but anyway, I'm sitting on the bar with like a glass Coke bottle interviewing my cousin, and I'm like, welcome back. Like, it's hilarious.
Really?
I'm like, I totally forgot about that.
It was living inside you.
It was always living inside me.
I love that.
It's funny though, but it is, like when you find passion in what you do and you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life.
Seriously,
right?
Words to live by. I love it.
So we have been doing some really fun things this week. We just did we do quarterly immersions to our partners, and we just went yesterday to Tritec, their newest development in Ronkonkoma. What an incredible area. First of all,
Station Yards in Ronkonkoma. It's like going to be the new Patchogue.
It's crazy.
Is amazing. It looks so beautiful. There are so many like local Long Island businesses.
That's what I loved about it.
Yeah.
It was all about the local businesses in their retail section. A ton of restaurants and things are more to come, but he said we focus on Long Island businesses. And I think it's going to be its very own downtown destination.
Yep.
Once it's complete. It's crazy.
Yeah, I love that Chris from Tritec, he did a whole presentation with us before taking us out and showing us some of the shops, and really just explains the whole process of them developing this and what their vision is, and how there was like a housing need on Long Island for people.
Yeah.
And how they filled that gap. But they noticed that, this demographic of like 25 to 35 or whatever it was, they need somewhere to live.
Yeah.
And they built this whole community right next to Ronkonkoma train station.
Right next to MacArthur Airport.
Yep.
And it's going to be incredible when it's completed. I know he has one building 100% occupied, but I think what they're doing at Tritec is really getting the need. We try here on Long Island, everybody wants to stay here. It's definitely one of those communities or regions that if you're born and raised here, you don't want to leave. You always think, set sail and fly your wings and develop and explore other areas, but people always wind up coming back.
They always come back, yeah.
Because it's just an amazing destination. We are so diverse, 120 miles long, coastal lines. It's just...
Who wouldn't want to live here?
Who wouldn't want to live here?
But the problem is the housing, honestly, and they're really helping with that. It's really amazing what they're doing. And like not only that, they are building buildings where they have like a sauna, and they have community events at Station Yards where anyone can go. You don't have to live there. So there's a bunch of apartments there that they built. I
Right.
think like almost 400, he was saying.
Yeah.
Almost all of them are occupied.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think they might be building more. But again, like we said, they have community events during the summer. Lucharitos is right outside. He said they like pop up the window and have margaritas to
It's
go
just,
with live music.
it feels like you're in a different world there. And I think, you know, like you said, they started out, the first one they did was in Patchogue, and they really, really helped redevelop that downtown because Patchogue at that time really was lacking, you know, a community. And I think since then they have increased, you know, more businesses opening up downtown Patchogue than they did in the past, because it's just it's a live community.
Yeah, that's what he said. A bunch of different businesses opened up just because they built, you know, the apartments there. I love that Station Yards in Ronkonkoma is right next to the train station. And like he was saying, when people come, you know, from JFK, take the air train to Ronkonkoma, you get off and that's your first experience of Long Island.
Yeah.
With Station Yards being right there.
Yeah.
You know, if you get off the train, you have to wait for your ride for a little bit or something. You can hop over to Great South Bay Brewery, have, you know, a beer, get some lunch.
Or the tap room we were hanging out. But the coolest thing is there's a speakeasy.
Yes.
And I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about it, but we were able to experience it. And it was so surprising.
Yeah, it's very Gatsby.
Yeah.
And you would never know that there was a speakeasy there.
No.
And then you walk into this beautiful, like 1920s Prohibition era.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, with the, you know, velvet couches. Absolutely beautiful. I put it on my, I sent it to my friends on Snapchat. They were like, "Where is that? I want to go." It's
funny because I was talking to the owner, who their story, and you can tell that in a little bit, but their story is incredible. I was asking the owner, I'm like, you know, how much do you want us to promote this? Because it's a speakeasy. The whole point of it is supposed to be quiet. You know, it's a secret. And he's like, listen, he's like, I don't mind. He's like, we're not advertising because of that. You know, we're just trying to keep with the theme. He's like, but somebody had come in recently and they just opened, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, like full grand opening. Somebody had came in and posted about it, and it got shared like 4,000 shares immediately within 24 hours.
Yeah, an influencer. Yeah. Are we allowed to say the name? Artemis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the story is incredible.
In 1931, the notorious rum runner Artemis eluded the Coast Guard in a dramatic high-speed chase-off in Orient Point, exchanging gunfire, ramming a patrol boat, and ultimately escaping with its prized cargo, cementing its legacy as one of the most elusive vessels of the Prohibition era.
It's so crazy. I mean, what a time, right? But he really got this story, and he had pictures of the boat and like the original design of the boat and the blueprints. I couldn't think of it. Hanging in the speakeasy, and I think the menus themed along with it, and it's really cool. Like the menus were like these leather notebooks looked like, and just the way the menu was designed was so cool. And I think what an incredible thing to have here on Long Island.
And I loved that it had the lights outside the private rooms.
Yes.
So it had like a boat light. And if you want to close the doors and like have a private, you know, party in there, you can just turn on the light switch, and that light, the boat light, goes on outside so the servers can see that you need service. Which
it's so cool.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool.
And he said, he's like, I like to keep it, you know, low key, because you know, it's not some place where you're going to bring, you know, hundreds of people. It's, you know, it's like more of like a date night, or, you know, a small party group, 4 or 5 people going out and having light bites and things like that. Just because it's very low key, and it's very, you know, at one point I was like, it was so dim in there that I was like, I'm going to just crawl up on this leather couch and take a little nap.
No,
because
seriously, I needed a nap.
It was so, like, the temperature was perfect. The music was perfect. It was just.
Yeah, you feel like you're in a different world.
Yeah, it was so cool.
We went outside, I was like, oh, it's still light out.
Right? And then I said to him, I'm like, how long does it take for your eyes to adjust when you come back out? Because he spends all his time there, you know, like, so going in during the day. But it was a really cool event. So thanks Tritec for having us and educating us on their process.
Yes.
But we ended it with, you know, some light bites at the tap room.
Yes, thank you, Tap Room, for hosting us.
That was so fun.
Oh, it had the mac and cheese bites.
Oh my gosh.
We had the pretzel bites and spinach artichoke dip,
It was
which
so
I
delish.
love.
It's
So
all
good.
like everything I would order anyway.
Literally, yeah.
It was so fun, but it's nice to have the team, really go and get educated by our partners and understand what their missions are, especially a big partner like Tritec, and just understanding what they do for Long Island and our region as a destination.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I'm like, it is so important that the whole team comes here and like really sees it, experiences it, because then they could sell it, in every aspect of the organization.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So you just got back. You've been traveling.
Yes. I went to Charleston and visited some family down there, my friend's family, and it was so nice. I took the Breeze flight from MacArthur.
Oh.
Absolutely beautiful. Every time I bring up MacArthur to anyone, everyone's like, it's so amazing. It's so easy. It's clean. I only live like 15 minutes away, but so I can leave super, late.
Right. You don't have to be there 2 hours in advance. It's so true. Like MacArthur Airport is such a gem, and we use it every time we fly anywhere that they fly to. And that Breeze Airways flight, they just announced another one to Wilmington, North Carolina. And I think it's really an incredible airport because, like you said, I'm a Town of Islip resident, and I use MacArthur. I'm using MacArthur next week when I go on vacation to Florida. But really the the ease of traveling there, their security lines it's nothing compared.
Lines,
There's no lines ever.
It's amazing. And the Breeze too. I think a lot of people aren't familiar with Breeze, so they kind of are iffy about it, but beautiful. Such an easygoing process. It's very clean. It's an amazing airway, so highly recommend.
Highly recommend. You just also got back from a conference.
Yes, I went to eTourism in Las Vegas. It was at the Wynn. Have you ever been there?
Yes.
Oh,
it's gorgeous.
God. Wow.
It's gorgeous. I love Vegas.
The best of the best.
Yes.
I walked in, I was like, wow, I feel like I belong here.
Yeah. I'm home. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm home. I don't want to leave ever.
Oh my gosh. So what was eTourism about?
Yeah, so eTourism is where a bunch of different destination marketing organizations get together, and all of the panels and presentations are from vendors that we would, purchase their offerings from. So like Banwango was there, who we've used in the past. It's kind of a passport situation. And we used them for the downtown deals back in 2020.
Yeah, years ago. But they were really great to work with. And I think it's really, I love going to shows like that and really understanding what's new and trending and what's different from when you worked with them 4 years ago.
Exactly.
What's new? What have they changed?
Yeah, they've grown so much from when we last worked with them. And just a bunch of other vendors too. Envision It. The girl Erin there is like my best friend. I love her so much. A lot of different platforms that we can definitely use and help us overall on our website, content, social. It really just shows like what other destinations are doing.
Yeah.
How they're using data platforms like Adara to, measure the audience of Bravo shows. So there was this Bravo producer that was on the panel, and she worked with Visit Milwaukee to bring Top Chef to Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah. It was awesome. They explained like how they worked together throughout the whole process. Visit Milwaukee recommended, all of the places that they went to and helped them out with production and everything. And then also with Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City too.
So cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And you were trying to get them for Summer House?
Yeah, so I hounded the Adara guy. I was like, can you introduce me to the Bravo producer? And he was like, yeah, come here. And that's like the benefit of having like friends at these things too. Just people that you see all the time. And he introduced me, and she was like, yeah, we'd love to work with you, in any way. I was like, Summer House is filmed in the Hamptons on Long Island. There's so many beautiful shots in every single episode of the Montauk Lighthouse, of downtown Southampton. And I'm like, we need to, this
collaborate
synergy,
somehow.
We need to collaborate somehow. So I hope that gets going because
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I don't think people realize that a lot of things are filmed on Long Island, or
So many
you know, and we talk
things.
about how people don't realize the Hamptons are Long Island, you know, for so long. I think people understand it now finally. I think obviously with social media and different shows and things like that, they mention Long Island, but it's always fun to come back and be able to implement those conversations, you know, and you're getting that rolling as our VP of Brand and Innovation, and I love it.
Yes, I absolutely love going to the shows. It's very educational. It's very eye-opening. Seeing what other people are doing. I come back, I'm like, let's do that.
It's so invigorating, right? Like you come back and you're charged.
You have a fire in you.
Yeah, exactly. It's so cool.
Even though the days are long, for sure.
Oh yeah, they don't end.
No.
They're so long.
You get there, and I'm glad that, you know, I kind of try to go a day before now. Everything starts. Because if you fly in and then it's boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
it's nonstop. My social battery is drained.
It's so true. And I think, like, you know, for me, it's easier for me to get in and fly and just like wrap it up and then come back, you know, because I need to like be in and out. It's just, I'm attending 2 conferences this summer, and I am hopefully, fingers crossed, going to graduate with my CDME at Destination International.
So excited.
We shall see.
I'm so excited for you.
I'm excited. It's really an incredible honor because CDME is a certified destination marketing executive for you know, DMOs and things like that.
It's a top level of, you know, honoree.
Yeah, it's the highest education you can get in our industry, and I think it's a long process. It's typically done within 4 years, and I did mine in 3, and
Ooh, look at you!
Really exciting.
Yeah, we have to have a party or something when everything goes through.
Yes, let's talk some Long Island life because this is like a hot topic happening. A great white shark was spotted off the coast of Montauk. First of all, they're there, right? The sharks are in the water. We know this. Jaws, hello. It's been a Long Island thing for a very long time. The water of this person's drone footage, it looks like it's in the Bahamas. It's crystal clear, blue, beautiful water.
Yeah, I feel like the water's been getting more blue the past few years. I don't know what's happening.
And green, like it's like an aqua. It's so beautiful.
It does. It looks so beautiful. And that drone videographer, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She always posts like amazing clips of the wildlife in the ocean and everything. Like these seas of fish just like schooling together.
Oh my gosh.
It's awesome.
I love it. And it's crazy. It's kind of scary to know that that's that close, but you know, just dip your toes in.
Yeah. I know.
Look around.
They have been more active recently.
They have been. And I think Michael and I were talking about that when he was on here. It's just like the ocean life, the aquamarine life that is showing up on the shores of Long Island is like the dolphin in Freeport, dolphins and whales. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's obviously, I don't know what, but like the water temperature has to be warmer for them to get that close.
Yeah.
I think, because normally you'd have to take like a cruise to go see them, you know, like out of Montauk or whatever to go whale watching and things like that. Yeah. But they're like literally showing up on the shoreline.
I know. Well, I went to the News12 East End kickoff party for season 2 at the Maidstone in East Hampton. Yeah. Such a beautiful property.
It is such a beautiful property. I love it.
The sun was shining. I was like, wow, this is peak Hamptons
right now. It is. And you guys had perfect weather. It was like beautiful time to be alive.
It was gorgeous. But to tie at the sharks, I met 2 people from the South Fork Natural History Museum.
Oh, okay.
And they were super nice. And they were like, we'd love to work with you guys. And they were like, people are scared of the sharks in the water, but they shouldn't be. Like, sharks are essential to the ecosystem, and like without them, the food chain would collapse. He was like going on about
gave you the whole story.
Yeah,
it's true though.
But it was very interesting. Yeah, I was like, I need to know more.
Yeah, tell me more. Thank you. I know it is true. I mean, I'm still scared of sharks. But not gonna lie.
Yeah. I want to go to the museum though. And
speaking of News 12, we have the season 2 is kicking off.
Yep. So I just want to go over kind of the segments that already aired and what's coming up.
Okay.
So the first one that we did was in March, which is at the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame in Stony Brook. Love it there. We kind of did it like on your way out to the East End.
Which
kind
is
of thing.
incredible, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And then we did Montauk Manor Resort,
Love
which
it.
is on this hill in Montauk,
It's beautiful.
overlooking like Duryea and the water, the sunset there, amazing. And then they have Monty's at the Manor too, which is
I love
our
this.
friend Paul Monty's restaurant.
He is so incredible enough. The sauce that his son, I believe, makes. I think it's his son.
Family business.
Family business. And it's like sold everywhere.
Yeah. It won like #1 sauce with Food and Wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's incredible right here in Montauk, this family-owned business.
It's such a cute Italian restaurant. You
And
could
we
just,
love
like,
Paul so much.
Oh, I love him. He's such a sweetheart. And he even said after the segment aired, he was like, we got so many calls.
Really?
And people coming in.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, last summer you went and filmed at Silly Lily's.
Yep.
And like they were calling us and saying like, thanks,
But we don't have staff for this. Yeah.
we cannot manage this.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Awesome.
a couple of other places have called you and said like, since the airing, it exploded.
Yeah. I love that. I love hearing that. We support local businesses. We're bringing in, money to their business.
Yeah, it's such
Love to
it's
hear
such a
it.
great partnership with News12 too, because it allows us to, elevate our partners even further by having our segments, included in there. And, if you're a local Long Islander, Aaron and Joe, they're a fun duo. And then we add in our very own Brianna and see what happens.
Yeah, and it's perfect. So then we went to Bridgehampton Inn and Restaurant. Cannot say enough good things about that family too, family-owned business. And they also have a cook shop, Loaves and Fishes, which is right next door to the Bridgehampton Inn. And they sell like everything you need to entertain a party in the Hamptons.
Oh, wow.
Like from the utensils and, custom napkins and napkin rings and
Awesome.
cookbooks.
I love that.
Yeah, a whole knife selection. It was really cool. And then they also have Loaves and Fishes kitchen or, food store right down the road. And the daughter of the family is a baker there. Kyle, who is the co-owner, he is the mixologist at the Bridgehampton Inn restaurant. Yeah, and the owner, Sybil, she was amazing. She started taking out her mother's first cookbook and gave me a copy. I felt so honored.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, are you sure? I was like, I don't want to take it. She's like, no, I want you to have it.
I
was like,
love that.
Thank you so much. I'm going to use all of these.
See, that is what's so incredible about these small businesses that we're visiting, and they're generationally born and raised here on Long Island or whatever, or they're, passing it down, and they all work together. It's so cool.
And they have a farm that they, source all of their produce from.
Oh, that's awesome.
She was telling me the whole story. It was so great. She was amazing. And I definitely am going to do one of her recipes.
Yes.
She said her mother was friends with Ina Garten.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we have you have a ton coming up,
Yes.
and I think that we're going to be, obviously featuring the East End of Long Island, and people will have to tune in to News 12 to see these segments, and I think it's exciting because it really does showcase our region.
Yeah. We have Guildhall East Hampton that just aired, and then Silver Sands Motel and Nookies in Greenport. Amazing property. And then we just filmed Southampton Inn. And then we're going to do Hamtiki next, which is a tiki boat in the Hamptons.
So exciting.
Yeah, Hampton Bays.
I wonder if when you do the Hamtiki, if you're going to see any celebs.
I hope so.
I know.
That's my favorite thing. You know that.
I know. And you know what's also so amazing and exciting? It's almost Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, almost Memorial Day weekend.
It means the official kickoff to summer here on Long Island.
Yep.
Now, if the weather would cooperate and get, learn the news that it's happening, well, because it's freezing outside and rainy, and I don't know what's happening, but normally like this time of year, I feel like we're at the beach already.
I know.
So
I don't know what's happening this year. I don't like it.
Weather gods come fix it. But what also happens and goes on is the Jones Beach Airshow.
Yep. The unofficial kickoff to summer.
So exciting. There's a ton of performers, and it's the 2025 FourLeaf Airshow, and it's taking place at Jones Beach this Memorial Day weekend, Saturday, May 24th, and Sunday, May 25th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we're pleased to welcome back the United States Air Force Thunderbirds as our headliners, as well as many other incredible performers. So stay tuned for additional announcements. Where do you think is, if you didn't want to sit in that traffic on Ocean Parkway, where do you think is another amazing place to see the air show?
Well, I am going to Wild Play, Jones Beach, which
So
is
cool.
the zip lines and adventure course.
Have you ever done it?
Yes, we did it for a Long Island TV episode a few years ago. And he literally tells me, all the kids say they watch your YouTube video before they come.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I actually took Braden out last year. I let him play hooky for the day. And I was like, what can we do? We went everywhere. And then I was like, I know what we're going to do. We're going to do zip lining right here. And I'm not normally adventurous. We know this. But I loved it. It was so fun and so easy.
Yeah.
The course is like super easy. Like they have different levels.
Yeah.
But
if you think it's intimidating, it's not.
It's
at
not.
all.
It's, and
anyone could do it.
Anyone can do it. There was a woman, I think she was celebrating her 75th birthday
Oh,
when I was there. And
Yes,
her and her
queen.
son did it. I was like, look at you. I couldn't believe it. And she was loving every minute of it.
Queen. Goals.
Goals.
Yeah, but I'm going to be there for the air show. What better way? Like, you're in the clouds.
Right.
You're overlooking the beach. So you don't have to be in the crowds.
Yeah.
You're right under the planes. So
gonna
I
be
think it's a
so
perfect
awesome.
view.
Perfect.
Yeah. A little hidden gem.
A little hidden gem.
Love it.
So you also want to talk about your Hamptons Montauk bucket list?
Yes, just quickly.
Because you are like our Hamptonite here. I mean, you're constantly out and about.
Oh, yeah. The Hamptons has a choke hold on me. It has me in the tightest chokehold.
That's so funny.
I am out there every chance that I get. I'm like, I don't care. I'll go out for the day.
Yeah, sure.
I can't afford to stay there, every weekend, but
Right.
I pretend I do.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to go over a bunch of different things in the Hamptons.
Okay.
Because that's, Memorial Day kicks off insane times in the Hamptons.
Let's hear it. What do you got?
Okay, so for entertainment and DJs, music, obviously the Surf Lodge
Yes.
is where all the celebrities go. If you see those white, the white chairs and everyone just overlooking the water and
Like the
with
Chase lounges
stage.
and things like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's right on the water, the sunset. Bury me there,
Yeah.
please. I need to be buried at the Surf Lodge. I want to live and die there.
Oh my gosh, you're hilarious.
Yeah, so definitely get a dinner reservation, lunch reservation. You're always most likely going to see someone famous there. They have surprise performances throughout the summer, and 50 Cent was there last Memorial Day weekend.
What?
I wanted to absolutely die that I wasn't there.
Do they announce it? Or like you said, it's a surprise. So
Yeah, no.
they'll just say it's surprise.
Yeah. And then it was the Jonas Brothers. It was John Summit, Kate Hudson,
Wow.
John Legend.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm there.
Yeah. So it's hard to get tickets, but make sure you can just get a dinner reservation and maybe get lucky. So then we have at Montauk Beach House, they have Palma Day Club. And it's the newest day party. It's featuring headlining DJs every weekend. So I believe I'm going to Sam Felt, which is one of my favorite DJs.
Oh, that's awesome.
For Memorial Day weekend on Sunday.
Good.
We might feature them on social, so I'm super excited for that. And then Calissa, obviously, in the Hamptons. They have Ja Rule guest bartending on June 13th.
What? That's awesome.
And they have the DJ Lounge on Fridays and Saturdays throughout the season. Gurney's, obviously. Did you hear their new flagship restaurant? It is called Gigi's.
Yes, I've heard about this.
Yes, I'm super excited. They haven't posted a lot about it, but Dolce & Gabbana has the beach club on the beach during the day.
It's
and you can get
beautiful.
a sun lounger, and they have a DJ on the beach.
That's
it's
it's gorgeous.
the place to be.
It is the place
Drew
to be.
Barrymore goes there.
Yes.
you're going to see someone famous.
My best friend, Drew.
I actually saw Vinny from Jersey Shore in the lobby last year.
Oh, funny.
And I really wanted to say hi. I'm like, hi, Vinny. And he was like, can't talk right now.
Oh.
I was like,
oh.
Okay. Like, sorry.
Good for you, Vinny.
Yeah, like, I didn't like you anyway. I haven't been watching you for the past 15 years. And then Rushmeyer's is a hotel, and they have Placebo Restaurant with DJ day parties there, too. Bounce Beach, obviously. They're going to have Pauly D there August 2nd. And a bunch of other names. James Kennedy, I love, Vavo. And then Capri Hotel in Southampton, they have Ketchy Beach right next door, which is their restaurant now. And at night, it is sick nighttime.
Really?
Nightlife.
I feel like it's crazy. Is it me, or is it like completely booming even more than it ever was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And then Capri Hotel has like day parties too, near the pool.
Very cool.
And everything's like white and yellow stripes.
Very Hampton-y.
Very Hamptons. And then for like restaurants and hotels, Duryea's in Montauk, obviously. Every celebrity goes there. It literally looks like you're in Europe.
It's
in
so
Greece.
Beautiful. I love it.
There's no words to even
They have another one in Orient too, right?
Yes, in Orient Point on the North Fork near Greenport. So that's very exciting. I think we're going to do a News 12 segment there too, which is awesome. And then there's CC Restaurant and EHP Resort in East Hampton. They do like brunch right on the water, music, DJs. So that's another hop-in spot. And then Crow's Nest is a really nice restaurant in Montauk. It
Very
has
cool.
like
I do love
the
that.
wooden lantern lights.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so I love it there. And then outside of Montauk, the Baker House has Aperitivo Sunset Cocktails in the garden.
Oh, so fun.
I haven't been there in the summer yet, so I'm super excited.
That is awesome.
Their pool looks beautiful. The hydrangeas.
So beautiful.
And then dinner at 1770 House. I want to go back there and have dinner under the twinkling lights.
Canoe Place Inn, we
yes.
love. Barron's Cove and Pridwin.
Yep.
And then the Sunset Beach Hotel in Shelter Island. What another fun destination in the summer. I mean, all year round, but at the same time, like, is really hopping in the summer because that's what everybody comes out.
Yep.
It's just...
You could take the ferry right over
it's
Shelter
so
Island.
Cool. You could do the North Fork to Shelter Island and then Shelter Island to the South Fork.
Yep.
And you can experience both the Hamptons and Greenport and Orient Point and Shelter Island. And it's just, what a fun experience.
Yeah. Highly recommend that.
Highly recommend. And the ferry is fairly cheap. I think it's like $7. It's crazy.
And Sunset Beach is like the happening spot in the summer.
It is.
It looks like you're in Italy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love it.
Love it. Some other activities I want to do. I definitely want to go to Wolfer, obviously. And then they have the wine stand and they have like events there throughout the summer.
Yes.
Channing Daughters Vineyard is right over there too. I want to do the Viking Fleet whale watching.
Yes.
That's on my bucket list. Beaches to go to. Cooper's Beach in Southampton, obviously voted #1 beach. Cupsog, Shinnecock, Main Beach are some of my favorites. And then I do want to go hiking at Montauk State Park.
Because you are a hiker.
I'm a hiker.
We were walking it from Tritec yesterday, a little bit lost on where we had to find the offices. And I swear to God, your little legs, you were like speed walking. I'm like, Brie, why are you walking so fast?
Oh, I'm a very fast walker.
You are. I didn't realize
New
that.
York walker.
I couldn't believe it. And Nolan's next to me, and he's like 7 feet tall, and he's walking just as slow as me. I'm like...
I can't wait for people there. I'm like, see you later.
And then we were walking in circles. I was like, all right, forget it.
I go on my walk every morning now. I live in Kings Park, so I live near Nesquag River State Park.
Oh, wow.
And there's a bike trail, and I did it this morning, 3 miles.
Amazing. Good for you.
I'm trying to get my steps in.
So now you can go hike in Montauk State Park around Oyster Pond Loop and All the Trails app and Camp Hero.
Yep. All Trails app is what I use whenever I go hiking. I bought the pro version because it downloads the map in case you don't have service.
Oh,
so
good.
You can like see where you're going.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love that. And obviously Montauk Lighthouse. Obviously. And the sunrise there. Nothing
Stunning.
like it.
Nothing like it. There's a photographer in Montauk that I follow on Instagram, and he always posts the most amazing photos of the lighthouse, like at the weirdest times, like you said, like sunrise, sunset, or even just like, just at dusk when it's just like it's just dark enough, but It's so beautiful.
Has the glow.
Has the glow. So let's talk some fun things happening on Memorial Day weekend, because not just the air show is happening, but on Friday, May 23rd, you can enjoy some line dancing lessons and party at South Hold Historical Museum. That is fun.
I want to do line dancing so bad.
At the Historical Museum? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Greece is performing at the CM Performing Arts Center, and Flashback Fridays with DJ Jenny Costa at Simi in Northport.
Yes, I want to go there. It looks very happening. I think it's brand new, and they just joined. So it looks like a very high-scale restaurant.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm. And then Saturday, Long Island Ducks, the post-game fireworks spectacular. That's obviously a Long Island staple for Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely. You can't miss the fireworks at the Ducks game.
Yeah. And then opening weekend for my favorite place on earth, Splish Splash Water Park. You and Nolan talked about the first ever nighttime event, neon lights. I cannot wait for that. They have 2 new luxury cabanas and their new Stingray Bay playground for kids.
So fun.
Definitely will be checking that out. They have kites for kids at Main Beach in East Hampton as well. Fun little event. And a DJ at Navy Beach in Montauk.
Amazing. And then Sunday, it's Dan's Taste Rosé Soiree at Southampton Arts Center. DJ Chef event. DJ Chef is one of my favorite people on earth. Like, he's just so fun. And like, you just talk to him and you laugh. It's hysterical. He has an event at Dockers. And then there's Farm Wine opens for the season. Nestled between the two forks, this hidden gem offers a glimpse of authentic vineyard life, an authentic and educational experience in environmental farming. Owner Rex Farr provides tours of the vineyard and process, as well as a true wine tasting experience. That's happening on Sunday, May 25th.
Yes. That's a whole experience where like you kind of go to his house. I think it's on a vineyard, and he kind of explains the whole process and does tours throughout the summer.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. And then Monday on Memorial Day, there's Memorial Day parades in Bayshore, Huntington, Smithtown, and Southampton. And then there's also Fizz and Fry at Sparkling Point. So kick off your week with Fizz and Fry at Sparkling Point Tasting House, a new Monday night series from May 26th through Labor Day weekend.
That is such a good thing. Like, I love a week. I mean, I love weekday events, you know, like having those businesses do things on like a Monday night to just spark up some more business. I think it's awesome. But for more events to check out and detailed info, please visit discoverlongisland.com or download our mobile app where we list events all the time. And after listening to you talk about your Hamptons to Montauk bucket list, I think you should be a ghostwriter for the blog.
I think I should.
Because I think that's so cool. Like, because you're out and about all the time and really doing it personally and professionally, experiencing Long Island the way you do, I think you should have definite, ghost weeks on the blog. I think would be fun.
Yeah, right.
I think it'll help our PR team out as well.
Yeah, I got to get them all on as partners.
Yes, exactly.
I feel so passionate about them. I'm like, please
just join.
I love you guys.
Yeah. I can promote you. Let me help you.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So do you have any celebrity?
Yes. Did you see Kylie and Timothy made their red carpet debut at the Donatello Awards?
No, I did not.
Oh my God. What do you live under a rock?
I don't watch this stuff. I don't. And it's so funny. Like, you talk about the Real Housewives and things like that. I'm not one of the, obviously our friends, like, on the Real Housewives that we've had as guests. We've had a couple of them, and I love them. They were so fun to talk to and hang out with, but like, I don't really watch those kinds of shows.
Oh, I'm all over it.
I know you
That's
are.
all I watch. Luann is on Love Hotel right now.
Okay.
They are on an island. It's like 4 Real Housewives from different locations, different shows. And Luann is one of them, and they bring in all of these men for them to date.
I love it.
It's gold. It is reality TV gold.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, Kylie and Timothy, I'm obsessed with them. And then they were seen at the Knicks game. So the Knicks won.
I know. So exciting for New York.
New
York. I mean, the Mets are really kicking it.
Yep.
Kicking it, killing it. I don't know.
Are you a Mets fan?
I am. I have become a Mets fan.
Oh, wow.
Because my son is in baseball. We know this. And he's been teaching me. And I think, like, different rules and regulations, like especially watching the MLB and things like that. And I've always watched the game. I used to be like a Mets fan when it came playoffs time. I'd watch all the the games. But now I'm really into it. Like, so now I'm like, when's the game? And for some reason, sometimes it's not aired on regular cable TV, and like we can't watch it, and I get so frustrated. The other day, I'm like shopping in the middle of the grocery store, Stu Leonard's. Dumbest move I did, dumbest move. It was Mother's Day, and I'm like, I really love to make like a really fun, different dish, and like, what other way to do that and get like really good quality meats or things like that is to go to like Stu Leonard's or Wegmans, which I haven't experienced yet.
Obsessed.
Or doing things, you know, like coming up with the menu. Anyway, go to Stu Leonard's on Mother's Day, and it was like you would think that there was a celebrity there or something, but Stu Leonard's, the way it works, I don't know if you experienced it. You have to kind of like stay in lane. Like you go through, there's no going backwards. There's no going to a different aisle. It's like you're going through section. So you first walk into like desserts or like fresh prepared Melville.
Oh.
Or you go through like the dairy section, or you go through the pasta section, and it's all like homemade stuff. It's really cool.
I want to try.
But you can't go backwards because then you're like you're creating traffic.
Oh,
so
ADHD nightmare.
Yes,
I gotta go back.
I was like, wait, I need this. So like we'll separate. But anyway, my point of the story was I'm in the middle of the traffic in Stu Leonard's shopping for dinner on Mother's Day, and Braden's like home calling me. He's like, Mom, what channel is the game on? And I'm like Googling it, asking people next to me. I'm like, what channel is the game? And they're like looking at me like I'm crazy. And I just got so frustrated and angry that we left. Because I was like so annoyed that I was like, I can't go back. I forgot the sauce. I forgot this. Forget it. Turn around. Let's just go home.
I would do that too. That's something I would do too.
Forget it.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm a Mets fan now, and they're really killing it. So it's a good time to be a sports fan in New York.
Juan Soto, he left the Yankees and went to the Mets, so now they're winning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I've never had an opinion on these things
until now.
Yeah, until now. When my boyfriend puts things in my head and makes me watch it. But once I watch it and I understand it, I'm like, I'm really into it.
Exactly.
I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like screaming with it.
I know.
I hope they win. By the time this airs, there'll be another game. So I hope they win that one.
I hope so.
Yeah. Did you watch Running Point on Netflix? That's what got me into like basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't like look at the Knicks and think of it the same.
Wow.
I actually texted Kristen because I was like, Kate Hudson in this show reminds me of you. Like,
yes, she was telling me about this. She was telling me about this show.
Yeah.
And she was,
She is her.
That's so funny.
I was like, this girl is literally.
So it's kind of like Ted Lasso-ish.
Yes.
Where she comes in and she takes over the basketball team.
Yep.
Okay. I gotta tune in.
Yeah. And she's a boss lady.
That's awesome.
It's so good.
You know what I'm watching on Netflix right now is good. It's on Hulu actually. A Good American Family.
I've heard of it.
This show is crazy. It's about this family that adopted a young girl who has a dwarfism, and they're claiming that she's not the age that she said she was because there was like a whole debacle on her paperwork and things like that. And it turns out the way this show is aired is like the first couple episodes, I think I'm up to like episode 6. So like maybe the first 3 episodes are the mother's story and how she views it, and like the father's story. And then the next 3 episodes is how the little girl views it and her side of the story. And what they did the acting, I would say, is a little off. It's Ellen Pompey. What's her name? Ellen Pompey?
Meredith Grey.
Ellen Pompeo, yes. Meredith Grey, yeah.
Okay.
And I have a hard time watching her as not
Something
Meredith.
different,
Yeah. So like when she's acting, she acts like Meredith. Like she has that kind of character, you know, like that weird.
Yeah, you can't shake it.
You can't shake it, I guess. But this show is just like,
I need to watch
cow.
that. Everyone's talking about that right
Holy
now
cow.
too. Yeah. You do have to watch Ransom Canyon on Netflix.
Okay. What is this?
It's like a little corny. It's like a knockoff Yellowstone.
I'm totally here for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a little bit corny.
Okay.
But I loved it. I watched it all
How many seasons?
in one day. Yeah, only one season.
That's what I don't like.
I know,
it's
and
like,
that doesn't come out for like 5 years.
I need more.
I know. It's with Josh Duhamel and Minka Kelly.
Sign me up, Josh Duhamel.
Minka Kelly hasn't aged a day.
No,
Since
neither
Friday
is
Night
Josh
Lights.
Duhamel. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
They're
my
both
God.
hot.
Yes.
And then me and Paula just watched Nona's on Netflix.
What is that about?
It's a movie with Vince Vaughn.
I love Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I love him.
He's
not like his typical funny self.
Yeah,
but
and that's hard to watch too.
It is hard.
Like,
it was hard.
It's hard to watch him not funny. Like when he was in that series on HBO, it was like Good Detective or something detective, where it was him and Woody Harrelson, and he was a serious detective. Like he wasn't funny. It was hard.
It's hard, but it was a really good movie. It's about this guy. It's a true story.
Okay.
About this guy. He grew up in Staten Island, and his grandma and mom passed away. I won't like give anything away, but he like tries to start a restaurant in Staten Island, and he wants to hire Nonas as the chefs, like real Italian grandmas.
I saw like a news segment on him, The Real Story.
Yes.
Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah. And it's a real restaurant, Enoteca Maria on Staten Island.
I love it.
I've never been to Staten Island, so me and Paulie want to go now.
It's so cute. I saw this whole news segment on how he was developing it, and they had all these little grandmas doing the cooking in the back of the kitchen. It's so cute.
Oh my God, it was a tearjerker too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Get the tissues. Aww. I was not okay. And then just one more celebrity, Taylor and Travis were seen in Philadelphia on Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. So I have a question. She's like, all I keep on hearing about is her famous Pop-Tarts that she makes.
Oh, yeah. She made Pop-Tarts. I don't know if she gave them to Travis. Oh, I'm such a bad Taylor fan.
Oh, Brie.
I know.
I thought you would know about this.
Well, she has like really bad handwriting, so I couldn't really read what was on
I thought it was for Travis and like the entire team or something like that. But how does one make Pop-Tarts is what I want to know. Like,
yeah, I think it's like the Pillsbury like flaky dough.
Okay.
And then you like put stuff in the middle, and then you use a fork and like
and then you put a little glaze on top. Interesting.
I watched TikTok videos on it, so I already know.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, but the American Music Awards are coming up, and there's little Easter eggs that she's going to release something.
I think so because
exciting.
I heard it was like she had something on her website was like 26% off, and like the American Music Awards are on the 26th.
Yep.
So it's like
all
things are happening.
Yes, something's happening, and I need it because I'm so bored.
I'm surprised now, though. I don't know why now.
Well, her new album's probably ready. But I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because, like, I think this album's going to be, like, a love one because she's been, like, you know, in this love bubble with Travis.
How is she writing a whole entire album just coming off the Eras tour?
Oh, she does this in her sleep.
This is crazy.
I know.
It's crazy.
Insane.
What an incredible time to be Taylor Swift.
Oh, I love it. I'm, like, crazy. I'm, like...
Yeah, you are crazy. You, like, flew all over the place to go see...
Oh, yeah, I went to the Eras tour in Toronto.
Yes, that's crazy.
Best night of my life.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
I loved having you, Brie. Thank you so much for being my co-host this week. And Hot Teas, tune in and let us know. I mean, who else should we have? We had Tom Kelly last week. He was a pit fire. I mean, he's so funny, and he had me rolling. Like, he was literally hilarious.
He was so funny. And I think he was looking for a place to live. Station Yards.
Station Yards, that's it. Absolutely. I'm going to reach out to him and let him know.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much again, Brie. And I will have you back again. I can't wait.
Yes, can't wait.
All right. Tune in next week.
Thank you.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.